Well, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Well, I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Yes, I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is a rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue sky. High, 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 high. Well, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Well, I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. Sing with me. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day. You know it's a bright, 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 sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, 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 sunshiny day.
Yay. Thank you, Jathan. Thank you, Luis.
All those obstacles in the way.
We're getting them out of the way
They're
right
out
now.
of the way now.
Anyway, welcome back again, our second Sunday back.
That's
We're
right.
so grateful. Yay.
How y'all doing?
Woohoo.
For those of you who are new, I just want to let you know I got a little haircut over the last couple days, and it's kind of someone has taken over my body, and now I'm on some other planet. But welcome, 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 welcome.
So we have a few announcements before we start, as usual. And Patrick.
And I'm going to start with the revolutionary agreements because he is right here, but I'm going to actually, unless he has the book. Good. He has books. Here's the reason that he's not up here like last week, because I wanted to let you know about the revolutionary agreements, because I talked to the actual author, too, of the book, and she was talking about how these next 4 weeks are really powerful because it's about acceptance, yeah? And so acceptance is kind of a thing we're all working on these days, right? A little bit of acceptance, get rid of some of that, the J word, judgment. Oh, yeah. You were all like, J word. What could that mean? Yeah. So anyway, it's wonderful. It starts tomorrow. And so stand up for just a moment so people will know who you are.
That's Reverend Walt.
That's Reverend Walt, who's actually doing this class. But I was really excited about it. And they will accept payment in the back, and we can do this all today.
It's
and so
all
hang out.
reservation only. We don't have any walk-ins, so just know that. Okay.
And doing it by Zoom.
He's advanced. Okay.
All
so you're
right.
doing both Zoom and okay, great.
Wow. By Zoomel. It's great. So Money is God in Action has been postponed. So God is now in action, but it won't be this Thursday here at the center. We are rescheduling it for, I don't know, you make it up. Everybody else is. So, but it won't be this Thursday. We will let you know exactly when it is, and we're looking very forward to it.
So
and with that, I would like to call up Rev Diane, better known from Charles as Rev D. Rev D's in the house, so there she is, and she's got something coming up too, so there you go.
Good morning, everyone. Good Good morning, good morning, good morning. Creative imagining. Creative imagining. Have you been noticing that there are some limiting beliefs that are holding you back in your life? Anybody? Is it just me? Okay. I'll be there by myself on July 23rd from 6 to 8 p.m. No, I hope not. We're going to be doing some creative imagining exercises together, some wonderful meditation exercises. You know I love that. You know, a great number of people don't know what to do next with their lives. We're all in this kind of limbo place, and I want you to know that there's a divine plan for your life, and we're going to find it on Thursday night, July 23rd from 6 to 8 p.m. It's going to be here at the center. Please make a reservation so that we know you're coming, and I look forward to seeing you there. Mahalo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, as we told you numerous times, our calendar is always evolving and is fluid, all right, because of the changes on the island and in the world. So we have made a decision to not hold the birthday celebration at Lidgate due to the fact that there's just too many restrictions with masks and social distancing for us to really actually have that happen in a group as large as 100 people, and we can't do it. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to have a live stream Sunday. We won't be having anyone here, but we will be live streaming from here with the Sacred Earth Choir and Sabre Kauka doing our opening blessing. And then after, we will have a Zoom kind of party, and we're going to do a drawing. But the only way you can be part of the drawing is if you sign up for the Zoom. So you'll see it on the e-blast. You could do it today, probably. I'll let Charles. Are you here, Charles? Where are you? He's here someplace. Yeah. If they want to sign up for the Zoom for next week, let them do that too, along with signing up to come back here on the 26th. You guys get first dibs. So if you want to come back here on the 26th, also tell Charles that. But next week, there will be nothing here besides a live stream. I'm sorry. We weren't happy about it either, but we just felt like it was the best decision. We were divinely guided to just do that, right?
And thank you all for the support that you're giving as we go through this wonderful navigating through the waters of love. Let's just call it that. So just one thing about that too is that next week it's still that same party. We were just thinking 7 years we've been here. And we just didn't want to go with it, nothing happening. So this is the best. And this way, we can actually all be together on one live stream. And then back here on our regular schedule. This isn't changing, except for our lease is up in October. But that's for another week.
That's another discussion.
That's a whole nother week.
That's another
But don't we look
discussion.
good for all of that stuff?
All right. So, and for those of you online, we will have our hospitality Zoom after service today. So tune in for that. And then, of course, if you want to make a donation online, there is a button on the screen. Rob has it there beautifully placed. And it's easy to do. You're all used to it now. And for those in the room that want to make a donation online, you can always go to the bookstore. Thank you, Roseanne, or Peggy, or whoever's in there, to possibly, if you want to do your donation on a credit card. So that's, I think, it. So yeah, that's it.
We were saying the other day about our new way of doing things for the moment. Oh, the big sign that we're going to put out front, this is temporary. It's temporary. But we just thought, I ran into somebody on the path running, and he said, did you ever think that you would be making reservations to go to the center? And I said, not in a million years. But you know what? It's kind of fun in a way. It's like, what do you do? I made reservations for CSL Kauai. Did you get in? No. Oh my God, there's a waiting list for CSL Kauai. We're like all the restaurants in town. This is great.
I knew all those theater days we have come in handy. Okay. We'd stand outside waiting for people to come. Anyway, welcome again today.
Yes.
So let's just shake all that off.
Yes.
And center ourselves, taking a deep breath.
As we call up Roseanne.
As we call up our practitioner of the day, Roseanne. Yeah. Here she comes. You can use that mic. And Patrick will light the candle? Yes, okay. So this is our time of focusing our attention within on peace and quiet and love within our hearts. So we just take a moment for ourselves, knowing it starts there, and moving it out into the world. And we have a special request today for our dear Omashar, who is having a difficult time right now. And let's bring him into our center of peace. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just bring him there anyway, and you can ask Elizabeth Diamond later. All right, so let's just take a deep breath. And move ourselves into our heart space. And now Roseanne will take us further into our contemplation.
As we relax into our seats and take another deep breath, I have a seed thought for you to take with you into this contemplative time if you choose to. The thought is by E.M. Forster, a novelist, a professor. We must be willing to let go of the life we have planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. We must be willing to let go of the life we have planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. Enjoy your quiet time. We must be willing to let go of the life we have planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. And coming gently out of that sacred space, I know there is only one power, one source, one reality. And that power is what I call spirit. And spirit is what created everything right in the beginning, everything in this universe and beyond, everything in this world, every plant and critter and creature. And that spirit works in and through its creation. And that spirit works in and through me right now as I speak to each of person here and beyond. And that spirit works through each person here and there and everywhere. And knowing this, I know that spirit is the spirit that is always telling the truth of who and what each of us is and can do. A wise person said, "Life is what happens when we are busy making other plans." But I know that as we go within and listen to spirit, that is the perfect guidance. And going within to that perfect guidance, each of us gets to listen with ears wide open and heart wide open to what spirit has to say. And that from spirit gives us all the guidance we need, all the love we need, knowing that each of us is a valuable member of the world, that each life is treasured and special. And knowing this and that spirit works in and through each of us, I know that guidance is right there, waiting for us in that divine, holy space, which is inside of us, not outside of us. And as a tree stands rooted and strong, the tree allows its branches to gently sway in the breezes. And there are times when the tree allows its branches to bend with the strong winds. And I know that each of us is grounded in spirit. And that guidance from spirit allows us to weather whatever comes up, and to more than weather it, we can enjoy and prosper all of the blessings, whether they're in our finances, in our relationships, in our creative expressions, and especially in our own health issues. That going within to that spirit is the source that we can weather any storm and thrive. So grateful for this, and so grateful for standing here, standing rooted in that spirit. So I release my word, knowing that it is a done deal, as we affirm together. And so it is.
Thank you, Roseanne.
Thank you, Roseanne.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Want your quote? Thank you. Let's breathe into that. So if you just walked in, welcome again. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Kaua'i, where I'm grateful to, and honored to be able to say that we practice the science of mind and spirit, an ancient philosophy brought to us through the beautiful mind of Dr. Ernest Holmes, who just wanted us to have better lives and to thrive in the world and to remember who we are. And that is what we do here. We remind ourselves every Sunday of who we are, that we're more than this mortal body, that we are actually infinite spiritual beings that are built for this time and space, or we wouldn't be here. And we have everything within us to live through this and to prosper and to thrive and to, as Roseanne said in her treatment, to weather the storms. And it's because we have a powerful tool, and it's the power of our infinite mind, actually, that is our consciousness, that is connected to the whole infinite mind, which is everything, which has everything, which is unlimited. And our individuality that we have come here as, our individualization of that, gets to have as much of that as we can take, as much of that as we can embody. And that's really what this teaching is about. So I feel like I'm here to learn and to grow in that embodiment of that infinite spirit, that infinite mind that is me and each of us. Yeah.
That's great.
Thank you.
And we've been able to practice that a lot, have we not?
Yes.
That's what it's all about. It's great to have, I was telling someone, it's great to have all those years of saying, I am God, and I am this, and I am that. And then it says, really? Well, how about this? And and this has been a gift for me personally to be able to work through and navigate from a place of love, from a place of power. So I happen to know that not only in this room, but in the room in cyberspace where they're all looking at us right now, we see you. We see you. And you see us. And what I want to know is there anyone in this room that is new here for the very first time?
I see a few.
I see a few. Yes. We're all brand new in this world. I know.
Okay.
I'm just looking to say that we're all brand new. That's all it was. But we have some information on you that since you made the reservation, we were able to look you up. And we found some interesting things about the new people and the people online. And I kind of passed it around before y'all got here. So I think we should let them know who they are. Yeah, ready? You are magnificent. And you are magnificent up there in cyberspace. You think you could get away? No. And I bet you're wondering, how do we know that? Are you from San Clemente, by the way? Yeah.
Welcome.
Love San Clemente, by the way. I bet you wonder how we knew not only San Clemente, but how do we know you were magnificent? That's because we know everything. No, we know that because we know that about ourselves. It's so good to hear laughter again. It was also 4 months, no laughter. But here we're back to you. We know that about you because we know that about ourselves. And because we recognize that in ourselves, we recognize it in you, and you up there in the little cyberspace too. So shall we all put our hands on our heart if we choose and let us know that we are all that, shall we? I am magnificent. Now, yes, exactly. Ooh. And so if you're watching online, look to the left, to the right. I don't care where you're looking. Here, look to your left, to your right. Let somebody know that they are magnificent. I'm starting over here with Maureen. She's magnificent. Ray, just yes. Yes, that's right. Ah, that's beautiful.
We can never tell ourselves that enough.
And now let's have some magnificent music, shall we?
Jeevan and Luis.
Woo!
Please sing along with us.
I haven't done that in a while either.
The words are easy.
We are opening
My
up
sinus
in
medicine.
sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening up in sweet surrender, the luminous love light of the one. We are opening, we are opening, we are opening, we are opening. We are rising up like the phoenix from the fire, Brothers and sisters, spread your wings and fly higher, rising up like the phoenix from the fire. Brothers and sisters, spread your wings and fly higher. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are opening up like a lotus flower. Brothers and sisters, come into your power. Opening up like a lotus flower. Brothers and sisters, come into the power. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening.
So I just take this moment to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath with me. That breath is so important. The deeper we can breathe, the more connected we are to that one thing, that one life, which we are. The very breath we breathe is that life. And I go within right now and recognize that. I recognize it as myself, this beautiful, amazing, infinite, divine love that I am. And I recognize that as each and every person here and beyond and beyond and beyond. This whole universe is one divine love, one divine light, one divine energy that is just expanding in the most perfect, beautiful way. And I know at this time together today that I recognize that and I expand in that and I allow my mind to open more to that, knowing that as I do this, as we do this, as a collective consciousness, that we rise and open this whole world to this divine energy that they are. So I'm grateful for this time together, for this time to celebrate the very essence of this beautiful, amazing, loving source of energy. And I'm so grateful, and I know it unfolds in all its perfection as I release my word, as I let it go as law, as we affirm together. And so it is.
We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are rising up like the phoenix from the fire. Brothers and sisters, spread your wings and fly higher. Rising up like the phoenix from the fire. Brothers and sisters, spread your wings and fly higher. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are rising up. We are opening up like a lotus flower. Brothers and sisters, come into your power. Opening up like a lotus flower. Brothers and sisters, come into your power. We are opening. 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 We are opening.
We love you, Jeevan and Luis. Thank you. Oh, I love that song. It's beautiful. Okay, so our topic today is to lean into it. And someone's knocking. Ron Stover locked himself out. Okay, he's the one that put the tape over the door too, so. All right. Oh, okay. Well, anyway. So our topic today is to lean into that, lean into whatever's happening, just lean into it. To lean into it means the act of embracing something or a situation by using it to empower yourself. Leaning into it. So something and to lean into it is to own something, like own it. I don't think anybody really maybe knows this about me, but I used to be a Harley girl. Can you believe that, Reverend Rita? Now, I didn't ride a Harley like our dear Sue Wood here, but I did ride on the back of one for many years. I rode cross country a couple of times and rode through the Southwest to Grand Canyon. I rode on the back of a Harley. And when I was in my younger years, and when I was 17, my dad and mom were like, "You're not going to do that." And but I did anyway. Yeah, I know. You know how we are. Not that if there's any kids listening, please don't listen to me. Anyway, and I was very fortunate to be safe. And one of the things I hated about it, though, and I had to get used to, was the lean. Because as a passenger, you still have to lean. I guess when you learn how to drive a motorcycle, you learn about the lean and all the physics of it and all that. And I guess it's just something you feel. But when you're on as a passenger, I never quite felt it. Always, anytime the motorcycle would lean, I'd want to just stay straight, right? And the person that was driving it, at the time my husband, would say, not this husband, the one I left with his Harleys. No, if this one drove a Harley, I'd probably leave him. No, no motorcycles in this family. Anyway, but he'd always have to remind me to lean into it. And I don't think I ever got quite used to it. I did it. And obviously I made all those trips and did it. But it just was, you want to like fight against leaning into something that scares you, right? And so I feel like this situation that we're in today, and I don't wonder if we'll ever get beyond talking about it, but I guess we're in the middle of it. So we like to keep our talks current with what's happening in the world. So I think that one of the biggest things about this for me, and either you identify with me or not, is the leaning into what is to leaning into what is instead of trying to fight it and trying to go back or think that I'm going back. When that's impossible, and to just lean into it. And I think I told you last week, maybe I didn't, that I've been taking this course with Eckhart Tolle. And I really like it because it's really good for me, because it's helping me to learn how to center more and be in being instead of doing. And one of the things he was talking about was the transcendent dimension. And that to us would be the absolute, or to Joe Dispenza would be the unknown. It's that place that is when we're in full consciousness of who and what we are. And it's just a realization, and it's here. I feel it right now as I look at all of you, that we are always in that transcendent dimension. We don't always remember it, but we don't always recognize it, and we sometimes go into our doing and in being, or trying to manifest what we want in our life without recognizing that it has to come from that place. Because if it's not coming from that place, it's coming from a place that really has no power for any kind of manifestation or any kind of weathering the storm or anything. So it's just a frame of mind that can easily be accessed at any moment. And can I stay there all the time? No. I would even when I'm in my meditations and I go there and I'm like, oh my God, I'm there. Oh, I just realized I wasn't there because I said I was there and therefore I stepped out of it. So, okay. You know what I'm talking about, any of us that have meditated and gone deeply in. So I feel like it's really important now for me to lean into that, to continue to lean into that. This week has been very difficult. There's been a lot of deep sorrow and tragedy in people that are very close to me, and on our island and beyond this island. And this is a time where people are having a hard time because I don't know why, all different reasons, right? And it comes to us because we're ministers, and my daughter always says, Mom, it's the profession you have, because I always think there's more of it. And she's like, maybe it's just because of what you do for your life. But it feels like more of it to me. And it feels like a lot of pain in the world and stuff. And so it's even more important for me to lean into that all the time. And I know we all have our own experiences of that. And I don't know how people do it without knowing knowing that there's something greater, something bigger, something more loving, something more powerful than the world of conditions. So I feel like with this whole situation that we're in, this whole COVID-19 and everything that's happening and the accelerated violence in the world and all that's been going on for a long time, that it's crying out to us to lean into that, to lean into it, not acknowledge what's going on and lean into what's going on with that. So, but I feel like instead what's happening in a lot of instances, and we're gonna get through this, I know it, we are getting through it, is that we're trying to put it back together the way it was. It was like putting Humpty Dumpty back together, right? We're trying to put it together, and when you put Humpty Dumpty back together with all the cracks, then Humpty Dumpty is just going to fall apart again. And that's what's been happening. But if we can just lean into this experience of what's happening from that transcendent, I'll just say from the absolute, that's an easier word, from the absolute, from the divine, from spirit, from the real essence of our consciousness, we will travel through it. Will it be easy? I don't think it's ever easy. I don't think it's meant to be easy, because I think that the challenges we have are the things that make us go deeper. And but there's a difference between something being challenging and something being hopeless, right? When we it's so nice to hear people go, yeah. Usually I'm like dead silence. Okay, nothing against you online. I love you. Okay, so I have to lean into my fears too, like lean into my fear, not try to tell myself I'm not afraid, just lean into it. So there was this person, I don't know who she is, but I write her on the internet. Her name's Susan Mazza. I just pick up these articles and she said, when you're afraid, the natural tendency is to lean back and to pull away from what you fear. It's a natural because your mind's job is to protect you. That makes sense, right? Except your mind doesn't always know the difference between a real danger and an imagined one, right? So we want to pull back from this thing, and I'm not saying this is imagined, because it is imagined because we imagined it and it happened, but it came. So, but it is not imagined; it's very real, right? So, but to be afraid of it is a different thing. To be afraid and not to lean in from that deeper place, that transcendent place, is not going to help us. So there's an acronym for fear, and it's false evidence appearing real. I'm sure you've heard it, right? False evidence appearing real, fear. And energy, all the solid form, right? It seems like it's really real. In our teaching, not in our teaching, but in the earlier teachers, Emma Curtis Hopkins, Mary Baker Eddy, they used to say matter is not real. Well, we know it's real, but it's not real in the sense that it can't ever change. It's energy. If we were to see our bodies, we would just see atoms just going so fast that we're just energy. So if it's energy, then it can change. And so everything that we're experiencing right now can change because it's energy. But the only way it can change is if we change the way we look at it, right? And the way we experience it. So we have to lean into it and not resist it, but we have to walk through our fear. I always what's the worst that could happen? I used to have a fear of flying. And I'd go, what's the worst that could happen? Oh, the plane could crash, right? So I would take myself right through the crash. And then it would dissipate my fear about it. So, I think if you take a fear and you just go, what's the worst that could happen? And actually live through it and just allow yourself to live through it, you'll find that it's not as scary as you thought it was. So we have to lean into it. And I believe that we'll lean into our fear and that will dissipate its power over us. Because COVID-19 is giving us a lot of power. We've given it a lot of power on this world, right? A lot of power. So, and I'm not saying that we shouldn't take care of ourselves or be safe and all that. That's all important. But we've given over our power to it in a large extent. So, and what happens? Fear breaks down our immune system and all of that, right? So if we can stay calm, and I'm probably preaching to the choir here, but it's always nice to be reminded, right? For anything in our life, not just COVID-19, for anything in our life. And anytime we're in stress or fear, it breaks down our immune system. And what we want now is very strong immune systems, because we're built for this. Everything within our bodies, everything within our minds, everything within our emotions, our souls, all of it, it's all built to move through anything. If we rely on it, if we allow it to go to that absolute place, that transcendent dimension. So with the heart, like with the Harley curves, the Harley driving curves, when I learned how to trust and just lean into it, I had a great time. I mean, it was really wonderful. It was exhilarating. It was fun. It was exciting and all of that. And I think that these are exciting times if we allow and we realize how powerful we are, and then we lean into our power and lean into the situation from that place. So I think that I had some things that I thought, the things I want to lean into. And one of them is the unknown. That's a really hard one for me. I don't know if anybody else has that problem, but to know that you don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. That's why we keep an evolving calendar here, because from day to day, we don't know what's going to happen. But we can trust that the unknown, we're going to be able to face it as soon as it is there and becomes known, right? And plus, the unknown is a place of infinite creation. It's a place of unlimited creation. If we're in the unknown, then we're not relying on any of the conditional world. We're in a state of, oh my God, what can I create now? And that's, I'm sure, when you go to Diane's workshop, yeah, you'll have a chance to create from that place of the unknown. And then, like, leaning into change, like, we don't like change. I mean, I don't like change. The center is changing, and I have to face that and lean into it so that I can be open to what it could look like if I'm open to change, instead of trying to piece Humpty back together again the way it was, and leaning into love. I mean, there's so much love. I feel so much love from all of you, from the people that back this center, that have showed up here for these 4 months and made sure everything was online. There's so much love to love my family, just love friends, love. There's so much to acknowledge and lean into. And also leaning into tension. Like, I don't know about you, but I can get stressed, but if I lean into it and just acknowledge it and then go, just breathe into it, it dissipates, instead of trying to resist that I might be stressed in this moment and, act, all holy that I'm not stressed when actually, my insides are screaming out. But leaning into it and recognizing, and leaning into disappointment. Yeah, okay, sometimes we get disappointed. Lean into it. It's okay. We're going to be all right. And there are things that disappoint us, things that we can't do maybe that we want to do. And it's okay. And it makes us sad. And it makes us sad when our friends are hurting or when somebody gets sick. It's okay. Just lean into it. And just as we lean into it, something meets us. Something meets us at the other end that holds us up. And it's called grace. And it meets us. And then somebody asked me the other day, what do you do for fun during this time? And I had to really look at that, I think that we have to find the lighter times, the times where we can just laugh and have a good time. Kiana's good for that. She taught me how to lighten up a little bit that way. Yeah, both of us, right? So I think it's important to find the lighter moments, because the more lighter we can keep ourselves. I know Loya takes everybody on hikes, and everybody has a good time and enjoys nature. Yeah, the lighter moments. And also leaning into the newness of the whole thing. It's just new, guys. It's a new world. And it's just going to get better and better the more we lean into the newness of it, right? And the beauty. How fortunate are we to live beautiful Kauai? I mean, oh my God, right? It makes me want to just cry, because I just go, oh my God. I live in the most beautiful place, which gives me so much gratitude, and there's nothing better to lean into than gratitude. Oh my God, right? So that's the biggest thing. And leaning into the present moment. It's like leaning into the unknown, but really staying present. It's the only thing we have right now is the present moment. So, yeah, so I used to be afraid of a lot of things. And I feel like the more I've learned who I am and what I am, And the more I've leaned into that and brought that to the situation, whatever it is, those fears have dissipated. So find something within yourself that you want to dissipate. And just lean into it first, and then bring that higher consciousness to it and watch what happens. It's just energy, and it just goes. Namaste. Jeevan, take it away.
Feel free to sing along on this one. Hopefully most of you know it. Yeah. You can clap your hands. Clap, clap, clap. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Shine, shine, shine like the sun. 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 We are light, we are love. We shine like the stars above. We are free, we are perfect and complete. Blessed by the beauty of our being. There ain't nothing that we can't do, 'cause we're a dream come true. Letting go of everything doesn't serve us anymore. We're the ones that we've been waiting for. Now is the moment of power. We're the ones that we've been waiting for. Now is the moment of power. We're the ones that we've been waiting for. Take a look around and see the good that's happening. Take a look inside and find your spark of light. It's glowing, it's growing. Take a look around, see the good that's happening. Yeah. Take a look inside and find your spark of light. It's glowing. Shine, shine, shine like the sun. 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 You and me are dancing now in the grace of spirit flowing. We are stepping out and stepping up. We are changing and we are growing. Let go of your fears. You might need to shed some tears. Surrender to the grace of the one. 'Cause you can do whatever you believe to be the truth. 'Cause we're all rays of the infinite sun. Now is the moment of power. We're the ones that we've been waiting for. Now is the moment of power. We're the ones that we've been waiting for. Surrender to the love you are. So grateful to have come this far. Surrender to the love that you are. So grateful to have come this far. Take a look around, see the good that's happening. Take a look inside and find a spark of light, it's glowing. Take a look around, see the good that's happening. Yeah. Take a look inside and find a spark of light, it's glowing. It's growing, yeah. Shine, shine, shine like the sun. 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 Shine like the sun.
I'm just letting you bathe and marinate in it for a while, guys. Besides that beautiful song, there's nothing more beautiful than watching Charles in a mask back there, totally letting go. And I'm looking back there, I said, and you know, he's got one that covers the whole face type thing, you know. And I was looking back and I was going, wow, you're having a good time, brother. That's great. So how y'all feeling? I got some good news for you. Oh, yeah. Worrying is not a spiritual practice, people. Just so you'll know, we just wiped it completely out. I've done that. I was telling Rita, I had to admit that, you know, I'll be in the middle of meditating and you're staying center and all of a sudden it'll be like, you start fixing stuff. You know, I'm like, wait a minute. That's like defeating the whole purpose. But I do love the whole Humpty Dumpty thing. I'm seeing it all crackled up and ready to go. But Brene Brown, I like to think of myself as the male version of Brene Brown. That's because I am a legend in my own mind, as many of you know by now. But what she says is lean into the discomfort of the work. Yeah, but you know what? I don't feel like going there today. Discomfort, let's fall into it, but I got something else we're going to go to today. Oh, yeah. Fasten your seatbelts, and then I'll tell you when you can unfasten them. I think it's time that we lean in to our greatness. I'm buzzing again here, you know. My whole body is, and I just got this yesterday in such a huge way about our greatness. Every single person in this room is just radiating with greatness. And what does that mean? It means something different to a lot of people. And a greatness, just to let you know, isn't everything you've accomplished. Not everything you've done. But I know, and I'm looking at you, beautiful lady here, and I know your greatness has been greatness and it's going on moment to moment to moment to moment to moment. And someone says, you're as good as your, what is that? Good as your last game, last ball game. Well, you know me and the metaphors of sports. About as much as Harley's. I can talk Harley talk, but I'm going to tell you something, I ain't going on there. Plus, she'll leave me. Right? But we're talking greatness. You're as good as your last ball game. That is, how do you say it in spiritual terms? That's crap. That's not true. I'm better than my last ball game. I'm not, because if I'm not as good as my last ball game, then what does that mean? That means I'm not enough today. until I prove to you again in another game. The proving's over, people. You know when I get excited, there's no, right, Charles? Only as great as your last ball game. Oh, all these little sayings that we've said, programmed through our lives, and said them and kind of bought them as truth. I am greatness. And I think it's time we all start owning it and defining it for ourselves. I love this, I love this leaning into healing from a place of greatness, from a place of love. But no more playing it small. I've been holding out, man. I know you may not think that by knowing me, but I have been holding out. I've been looking around, and somebody said to me the other day, we were on a beautiful conference call, Zoom. We were on a Zoom call, and she said, how have you been keeping your joy going? They've been attacking us this week. Just so they want to know how she's having fun, and they want to know how I'm doing joy. And I felt a sense of kind of sadness for a moment. I said, wait a minute, where is my joy? Where is my joy? I have the right to that joy because of my greatness. And it's just, wow. And I thought of healing. I love this. Now listen really carefully, because there'll be a test right after this is over. Medicine does not heal. It prepares the patient for healing. Medicine does not heal. It prepares us for healing. We need breath, people, my friends here. Psychology does not heal. It prepares the patient for healing. Metaphysics, I'm a metaphysician. It does not heal. It prepares you for healing. And I'll tell you why. Because we are already healed. We are the healer and the healed. And I know that's very difficult. I have some people that I am with right now in my life that I'm talking to on the phone. And they're in great debate about this stuff, this metaphysical stuff. Do you have a better plan than 100% spirit? 100% vibrational frequency of the divine? I heard this today too. I love this. It's time that we start exploiting the divine. Let's start exploiting the divine. We've been exploiting fear. We got it down, people. What happens if we started exploiting the greatness? I can hear my mom now, don't get too big for your britches. That's something to say during COVID. I've been living in the refrigerator part-time. But, we try. I love somebody the other day, they said, I lost 15 pounds during the COVID. Really? We're absolutely thrilled for you. And so it is. But this is that whole idea. We're the healer and the healed. What if we really believe that? And then what do you tell somebody that's sitting there with a diagnosis? That they say you got 2 weeks, maybe 2 months, maybe, I don't know. And I say you're the healer and the healed. I'll tell you what I do say is you have no idea what someone's healing is. We have no idea. Our beautiful brother Omashar's in some trouble these days, some traveling through. But I got to be real careful how I put out my healing powers. Because this is why. Medicine does not heal. It prepares the patient for healing. And whatever that may look like. Psychology does not heal. You can sit for hours and hours in a room. And we learned this the other day in class. It doesn't matter how great I think you are in cyber world and how great I think each and every one of you are. If you do not know your own greatness, there's no way we can't move. And I thought, wow, that's where we're really at. I have to know my greatness. Even, and I can hear that, my mom, I can hear her always saying, don't do too much of that because people will think you're bragging. I am. I'm born of spirit. I'm born of God. What's not to brag about? And all of you are born of the same thing. It's fantastic. Young man that I had the absolute joy of having when he was very little, our mentor's son, William Hines. Will and Nora, who we lost Nora about a year ago. But he said this, and I had to write it down. We must use our thoughts and the freedom we enjoy with our speech as carefully as a loaded gun. Bears repeating. I'm in a zone right now, just so everybody. You can unfasten your seatbelt, you're safe. We must use our thoughts and the freedom we enjoy with our speech as carefully as a loaded gun. Now that can bring up a lot of stuff for a whole bunch of people, right? I'm not free, I'm not this. All I do know is that I am free. And my thoughts, could have added thoughts onto this too. My thoughts are like, you have to treat it like a loaded gun. And we're doing a lot of, and I say we because we're all one. When we say we, I used to always say, we don't say we. Well, I understand we don't say we, but we're all in this together, by the way. Nobody got out of this little global, wonderful thing. But I also say that there's something I call BC, before Corona. Before Corona, there was a energy moving called God, called good, called whatever you want to call it. Ernest Holmes, and I said this last week. He said, and if you don't know who Ernest is, he's the beautiful mystic that had the audacity to grab everybody's stuff, all the mystics, and say, let's put it into practical. Practical, this is what he said. We can demonstrate in spite of ourselves. The tipping point, 51%. Lean into the 51. The one that leads to 60, to 70, to 80, to 90, to who we really are, and that's 100% spirit. I feel like the phoenix that has risen. I feel like I have the opportunity now, with all the audacity and the boldness to say, I am magnificent. I am great. But if I don't use any of that, it's all wasted. It's wasted. And how do you use it? You use it in every moment of our lives. When we're out there in our world. We're going to be kind to one another. Yesterday I was on a run and I decided that I didn't really want to, so lo and behold, somebody came up and interrupted me and wanted to talk. And you know me, I'm a kind of a reserved kind of guy, and I didn't really want to go into a long conversation. But anyway, a half hour later, we were talking, and he said, this is really nice. I don't know him well. He said, this is really nice. Because we've all been kind of being trained to be afraid of one another. Are you? You the one? You? No. So now we get to say who we truly are. I'm greatness. I am the greatness. And he was so, you could tell that his whole world kind of opened up for a moment because he had an opportunity to not be afraid, to actually sit there and stand there and have a conversation with another fellow great spiritual being. So what do we do now that we know that we're great? That's up to you. You'll know what to do. But this playing it small, and I don't care who you are and where you're from, we're playing it small. And we're taking a little break, but my vacation that never happened is over now. I'm back to my greatness and back to work. And I am so glad that I have the audacity, we were saying this, to stand up here and cry with you. You know me, I open it up, you know. But my job is to inspire. Not pretend I'm something I'm not. It's to inspire. My job is to say, I'm great and so are you. Yeah, but, and you know how I feel about butts. Well, actually, if you're here for the first time, you probably don't know. But I always say, the yeah buts get in our way, right? Yeah, but, and my biggest wonderful line is arguing for our limitation. Let's trust that we are the demonstrator. Let's trust that we are the healers. Let's trust that we are the physicians of our own body, that we can actually talk to our body and say, something ain't right, man. I'll fix it, don't worry. And my body, my beautiful body temple is saying, I'd appreciate it, Rev Patrick, if you'd get out of the way. Because there's 20 trillion cells that it's, as your beautiful army that wants to go do some repairing and work, and you're in the way. Yeah. My last story, and then I'm leaving. Do you see this shirt I'm wearing? It's kind of a little different for me. But now that I'm great, I'm not afraid to say it. Would some people call that ego? I would say that's ridiculous. I'm just great. I'm just great. So here's the deal. April 1st. I've always wanted these. I see Luis wearing them and Jeevan, everybody, you know, that it's kind of a mystic look, you know, and it's like, and I always wanted that look, but I didn't feel like, you know, white, it makes you look heavy, you know, I'm just letting you all look. So, you know, I wanted to have that lean kind of look, so blue as something dark. So anyway, I'm just telling you how it works. So I ordered this on April, I know there's no, you know, there's not a filter in my entire being, just so everyone knows. So here's the deal. But wouldn't you like me better this way than, you know, the other way? So I ordered on April 1st, and I said, Rita, I'll have it. I'll be wearing it on my birthday, May 2nd. It's okay. If you guys missed it, I still accept gifts. It's cool. But anyway, but the whole thing is it never came. And so when May 1st comes, and then I said, by the way, you know, ordered this and a white one. I'm saving the white one, you know, for after COVID. So it never came. It was probably quarantine. And I said, he's trying to blow my punchline. Wait, what the hell is going on in this place today? Okay, everybody, no more audience. We're going back to the zero. That's it. So here's the deal. So it's June 1st, and then I've got attitude on one, and then I write, and I go, the first one was really a long one, like, why don't you have me? We understand, we're going through it. Then at the end, it was like, you know, this is it. I'm done now. So completely, we get our money back, the whole thing. Of course, the moment I let go, open the mailbox, and there it is. So what am I trying to say about that? Absolutely nothing. I just want you to look at me with my shirt. But what I am saying about it is sometimes the biggest thing of demonstrating is letting go. Let it go. And I won't be singing from Frozen, but I want you to know, let it go and let it just know your intention, know your greatness, and let it go. Ah. Did you enjoy my greatness? I enjoyed all of your greatness. Do you know how beautiful, I'm just going to let you know, you can't see yourselves from here, but you are so gorgeous, all of you. Your hearts are so gorgeous. I don't even know why that word gorgeous came, but that's what it is. I feel so grateful to know you, to experience you, to share the same air with you, to share the same consciousness with you. Let's live our greatness. Namaste. Mahalo.
All right. That was beautiful. Thank you for coming today, all of you. And make sure to sign up with Charles when you leave.
For the 26th.
For the 26th, yeah. So this is our time. Yeah, this is our time to do our giving and practice our law of circulation. And what I do know is as we give, we do receive. And we thank you for the gifts that you give to CSL Kauai. And they do assist us to keep our message going in the world. And it is going in the world for sure. Yeah. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And we have a song, a fun song.
Blessed am I, Spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Blessed am I, Spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am. Blessed am I, Spirit am I am the infinite within my soul. I have no beginning and I have no end. All this I am.
Oh, I'm so grateful. I am so grateful for the air I breathe. I am so grateful for the food I eat. I am so grateful for the consciousness that we share in this very room. And I am so grateful for the consciousness that's in these baskets and online to keep us together knowing the truth of who and what each one of us is. Mahalo.
That was beautiful,
Mahalo.
Roseanne. Thank you, Roseanne. I'm grateful for you.
We were saying the other day as we approach our 7th year, and actually we did already, with the 6th, I think, of July, but we're going to celebrate it next week. There have been so many of you and so many people since day one when we got on that plane to come here have believed in us the entire time. Right. And we really looked at that, and I said, what do you think that is? It's why? Because of our greatness, right? And people saying, oh my God, I believe in them. But that's a really big thing to say, a really big thing to acknowledge is that 7 years later, there's people on the mainland here, everywhere, still saying, keep going, keep going.
We do have a couple of founding members in here. Are you a founding member?
Yeah.
Yeah, stand up. I wanted to see
Founding
how many
members.
the ones that have been here from the very, very beginning.
Oh, Jack.
And Loya in this room. There's many
Wow.
others, but yeah.
Good.
That's cool.
Okay.
So many when I look at that
Our wall, our faith.
the plaque out there that has our founding members on it, I'm like, most of them are still with us.
And over here,
Yeah.
Wow.
So thank you.
Just
Thank
feeling
you.
blessed, people. People.
Yes. All right. So, okay. So after this, we will have a hospitality Zoom. So join us online for that. It'll take me a few minutes to get there, so please be patient.
And remember, when we stand up, we do what? We put
our
on
masks
our
and we leave. But just temporary, as Patrick said. So and then our children, we need to give them their blessing because we know that they are out there. Even if they're not online, we can still bless them, all the children in the world. So let's just let them know who they are as our consciousness goes out. You are amazing. You are perfect. You are magnificent. And we love you. Yay.
Yes.
Thank you.
And so keep in your consciousness this week and every week. We have a couple months till we're making our decision on a new place or doing the lease and whatever happens with it. But you're so strong in your consciousness that if every moment that you can to just remember, say, we have the perfect home always. Just like when we all moved in here, it was perfect. And we just have decided maybe the 11th hour isn't the way to do it. We kind of have this one as like tick, 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 tick. We're in. So we can do a little.
We could stay here. It's
Yeah.
not like they're going to kick us out, but we're thinking of something, that there's something else waiting for us. So just keep your eyes and your consciousness on that idea.
Because our
right?
children that used to be in the kitchen are not going to go back.
They're not
to
going
our
back to
kitchen.
the kitchen,
No.
so.
No.
All right, so I think that's good. And
That's
then our
it?
practitioners are still available for treatment work, counseling sessions, whatever you'd like. They can do them in person, they can do them on Zoom. And if you just call our number, 755-9177, we'll connect you with the right practitioner, or you could leave a prayer request there if you just need prayer for something, and that happens all the time.
And we're going to
Yeah.
still work out in the future to see how we can actually work it here on a Sunday. So,
Yeah. All right,
Jeevan.
so I think we're good, and we need to say, can I let them know? Yeah, Jeevan's leaving again.
tell me about it.
Tell me about it.
Hello, revolving calendar.
Anyway, so I know I don't want to let him either, but he is leaving. We want to bless you as you go, and just know you'll be back again. He'll be back again. He will.
This is home.
But in the meantime, he'll be safe, and he'll just do whatever it is for him to do wherever he is, in the most perfect way. We love you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And we'll just keep you safe with our beautiful consciousness of love surrounding and infusing you. And
And Yana will be our lead singer coming out. But anyway, next week or online we have the Sacred Earth Choir, and then the following week we have Amy and Jeremy.
Yeah.
Will be coming in, and then after that,
Who knows?
keep those prayers going along with the other ones. Yeah.
All right. So
We love
shall
you.
we just sing? Yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention that the Princeville Art
already
Night,
20
the
after.
night market, has begun again. It'll happen tonight from 4 till 8 p.m. Local artists and vendors will get to share their things, and I'll be playing music there as well.
Where is it?
It's in the Princeville Shopping Center.
Oh, okay.
It's like the art night, the night market. Tonight, yeah. So that's
What
kind
time?
of exciting. From 4 p.m. till 8 p.m. So I hope to see some of your beautiful faces there, yeah. Aloha.
All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. In sweet surrender, in sweet surrender. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. In sweet surrender, in sweet surrender.
And as we continue to surrender, continue to marinate in this incredible consciousness, I know that gratitude is the energy that moves everything. And I am so grateful for each and every one of you who have shown up today and brought your consciousness and created an atmosphere of absolute love. And everyone that is on live stream right now, thank you. Thank you for bringing your energy right here, because there is no separation in the quantum field. We're all swimming together in this sea of receptivity. I'm so grateful for Rob and for Jonathan, music, and allowing this live stream to go out, and our wonderful, wonderful Charles at the front, taking the reservation list. Just so grateful for Ron Stover, who organizes and keeps us all in line with lots of love. And as I know the Malama team, if you could just stand up for a moment and just let us say hello. There they are, our greeters, our masked greeters. We love you. We continue to marinate in this incredible, incredible thing called gratitude with Roseanne, who's off doing another task for CSL Kauai, but we really bless her for the beautiful treatment that she gave and the energy that she brought. And my strumming man over here, and my man that carries the beat continuously, our beautiful Luis and Jeevan. Your family, we love you. Oh, and this woman, this beautiful, beautiful Reverend Rita. Mahalo for all you give, moment to moment to moment to moment. And then there's Reverend Patrick with the new hair and the new shirt and my greatness. Thank you for reminding me. I didn't want to say it. I love you. We have just had such a wonderful time here today, filled with gratitude, filled with love, filled with laughter. Oh, the healing agent of laughing and humor, and oh, it's beautiful. I thank you. We thank you. We thank us. And with that, I just say yes. Let it go. Let it be, as together as one we say. And so it is.
All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. All that I am, I offer at the altar of love. In sweet surrender. In sweet surrender, in sweet surrender, in sweet surrender.